Once upon a time, a baby girl was born by two lovely Muslims, Sharif and Mariama, and named her Halima. They lived happily until Sharif, the police officer, was interdicted upon false allegation for beating a married man to death. Not knowing, the man took in a poisonous substance when Sharif was given a bench warrant by court to arrest the man for assaulting his wife. This brought financial challenges as Mariama too was busily furthering her studies to become a nurse. The harsh realities of life made the couple send Halima to Abosso Kainzongo to stay with her grandparents. She got bullied many times for being smallest by her friends. One red letter day, when Halima and Mubarak, her friend, were crossing the road to school as usual, all of a sudden, Mubarak pulled Halima backwards, and unfortunately, he was hit by a motorbike and had a serious injury on his head. At JHS, her friends mostly influenced her to go to Babangida, who mostly have affair with children, promising them laptops and iPhones. If not for the timely intervention of her grandmother, she would have fallen a victim. On 12th of October 2015, Sharif, her father, visited her and gave her a Bible and a dictionary, telling her to make the Bible a friend and the dictionary a tool to help her speak like Queen Elizabeth. This was when she converted to become a Christian with the name Margaret Amuakwa Ado. Unfortunately, her father passed away on 13th of November 2015. In 2019, at Chama Senior High School as a boarder, she decided to contest the face of Shas just to make her father's dream a reality. She was demeaned and disgraced as being ugly and a junior. Interestingly, she won and later became the SRC secretary. In 2021, after her final WASI paper, she was influenced by her friends to attend a pens down party at an unknown location with no light at its nearby surrounding. But there was a generator at the location. She was served with hard drinks and other drugs, but she rejected it. One of the guys falsely seduced her, but fled and texted Lucas, her best friend, telling him to call her to impersonate like her grandmother, to speak Hausa because one of the guys could speak Gan. The plan was finally successful, and she pleaded to the Gan guy to help her out because her grandmother had called her to come home. God being so good, the guy helped her to flee to the school's campus with a taxi. She thought of what could have happened to her if she was caught by the school's authority, being the outgone SRC secretary, Pensa secretary, and the reigning queen for Shaman Senior High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a saying that everything happens for a good reason. For I can strongly and confidently say that if not for what happened to my parents, I wouldn't move to stay with my grandparents, to know how to speak Hausa and Gan. For these languages saved me from the bad boys who wanted to have sexual affair with me. The bully and the strange death of my father have made me stronger to face my fears. It has built in me an elite level of confidence, perseverance, and a spirit of courage. It has helped me to clear the doubting Thomas's wrong. The beauty pageant is not just about physical look, but also about the inner potentials of an individual. My conversion from Muslim to a Christian has taught me that life is a journey that requires sacrifices and compromises all throughout. Loved ones are not always those we know, but those who really care for us. If not of the care of Mubarak, I wouldn't be on this stage this evening to inspire you all. Muba, if you're watching me from home, I say a very big thank you for the great sacrifice you made for me some years ago. Thank you very much. People live our lives, but their memories last with us forever. The gifts given to me by my father, Detective Sharif Bambo Ado, keeps inspiring me to contest for beauty pageants in order to make his dream a reality, although I have the passion for it. There is a saying that your past, the mistakes you made in your past, can be the right ways in your future, which is going to help you. The kind of experiences I had with friends, starting from basic school to SHS, have taught me a lot of lessons and have made me realize the important roles parents play in the upbringing of their children. The moral values instilled in me from home helped me to avoid myself to dance with a dance.
Thank you very much. Give it up for Maggie, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
I wish we all had 25 hours, but we don't. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Maggie also up on the game. We get to hear from Mako. Your word, please.
Hi, Maggie. Hi, how you doing? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Is it okay? Can you hear me? How are you doing?
I'm fine.
What is your father's dream?
He wanted me to become a queen, although we aren't from a royal family. But he always had a dream that I become a queen. I mean, a beauty queen.
Is that the reason why you are doing this?
Please come again.
Is that the reason why you are doing this?
I have the passion for it, but he spiced up everything.
Okay, that's my first question. I think the voiceover idea is unique. It's different. With everybody that we have seen so far, that one is different. I enjoy the voiceover. I enjoy the acting itself. But the story didn't work for me. The story didn't work for me. I don't feel any emotional connection to an inspiring story. I am not inspired. I'm not, because I'm trying to understand the concept from you moving to your grandparents, you coming back to Shamar Secondary School, you being a pencil secretary, you going to the club, a friend taking you home. I'm still trying to put my head together to knit out the pieces. It can be a good story. I'm thinking when you're done, see Jumik, he's the one who does movies, so see him. He can knit out the story for you, but the story itself didn't really do the magic for me. Everything else was perfect, apart from the story. It was not inspiring enough. Not at all. Thank you.
You know, I think you should have stuck with reasons why you moved from being a Muslim to being a Christian, and rather giving us a detailed explanation of just that. Do you get it? It's like bits and pieces of everything in your life. We have just 5 minutes for you to deliver. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. The fact that, oh, I'm a Muslim, I had to transition to becoming a Christian. I can speak both Hausa and Nenga. Okay, that allows me to escape from other, danger. But your friends having a party and them wanting you around, and it's a vibe. If you don't want to be part of it, just tell them point blank, I don't want to be part of this, and then you move on. Not that they wanted to rape you. Okay, so I think you could have told a better story. I mean, you could have scripted it very well to be very emotional. Do you get it? Yeah, but I think I have to agree with McCall. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, so you realize that why they're saying what they're saying is that it's a matter of perspective. The perspective you're telling the story from could have just been shifted. You just change it so that we look at it from a particular point where it's like, because the story shouldn't be flat. You were here, but eventually at the end of the day, this is where you were. So we get to see, oh, okay, this is where the struggles you went through in order to get here. And it should be a very strong struggle and a strong resolution, more like now a payoff. You've been able to get out of that situation, right? So if you've been able to tell the story from that perspective, it would have worked. And I think that, like Michael said, the choice of statecraft you gave is unique, okay? It's unique and was beautiful to look at. However, I feel that you gave out some very important things that you should have been the one to present physically. You gave it away on that side, because then there was no emotional connection. So next time, what I will advise is that the voiceover thing works, but then when you are dealing with emotions, and then you personally want to have that connection with the audience, you don't give it to them. Or if it was your voice or even whatsoever, but you present it live for us to connect with you. It would have done a better job if you have made that choice. Okay.
And I think your costume, nah, darling, you can't wear this to my party. Sorry.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. That was Maggie. Maggie, thank you very much.